expectations for myself to be the best quarterback in the country and to win a championship.
How do you become the best quarterback?
Winning a championship.
What other things are you working on just to improve your own game and your team's performance this season?
Quarterback-wise?
Yeah.
Or just overall?
Overall.
Overall, I think my biggest thing I've been trying to work on is my mindset, the mentality, having a quarterback mentality, which means, it's a lot of responsibility, handling your business on and off the field, stuff like that. I'm trying to become a better leader for my team, and by doing that, it's doing all the right things even when you don't feel like it. Yeah.
Who do you kind of call on for inspiration to help yourself in this role?
I call my brother.
Yeah. And what's the most valuable thing he's told you at this point in your career?
Well, my brother told me a lot of good things, and I think it's unique because everything I've been through, like I'm going through, he's already been through it. He's seen the whole thing, and the biggest thing I always take from him is to continue to focus on yourself. Like I said, not looking left and right, just focusing on your process, your journey, and just keep working hard. Yes, sir.
Comparing yourself to your brother, since you bring up Tua, how are you both similar as quarterbacks and leaders, and how are you different?
Well, I think our playing styles are a little different, just because I'm probably more mobile now. But I really got that from my brother, because in high school my brother was like real dual threat. Like he was really fast, all that. But I think the injuries and stuff like that. But other than that, I always try to be like my brother. So like, we grew up in teams and stuff like that. So I always used to play on his team, or I was always around his team, and just seeing how he, acts towards his teammates and how he leads them and stuff like that. I always try to do that. But obvious one's probably he's a lefty, I'm a righty.
Sure.
Yeah.
You play in a division with three of the best teams in college football, and you played right with Ohio State and Penn State last year. What is that like, knowing that you're getting closer, and of course you want to break through?
Yes, sir. Obviously in the moment, when you lose the game, obviously you're frustrated and stuff like that. But I think games like that gives you a good sense of confidence, but it also gives you a lot of motivation to want to get back to that place again and want to play them again. And obviously in every game there's always plays you make and plays you miss, and it makes you really hone in on those plays that you miss and the importance of it. I think in that game we got in the red zone in the first half like 4 times, and we only scored once, and we came away with like 3 field goals and stuff like that. So like plays like that, like you always remember, and it gives you motivation to, when we get back in the red zone, we got to score, come away with points, especially a good team like that.
So you were a transfer before it was like super cool, super normal. Jeff Sims was saying earlier that one of the challenges is, just learning guys' names and trying to find your way around campus. Like when you think back about your time getting to Maryland, what was the weirdest part of that now that you know everything there so well?
Yeah, I think when I first got to Maryland, it was difficult in the beginning just because it was COVID, so we couldn't see each other for real. We only could work out with probably 10 people. But now I think I just feel like I've been blessed with great coaches, great players. And first time I came in, they accepted me as brothers and stuff. And Coach Locks, we did a lot of team bonding. So even after, it would be like little team bondings though. Like it would be like after practice, everyone comes up here for a barbecue or something, and they would have like a Hawaiian night or an island night, or like
Yeah.
soul food only, stuff like that. So I think those things really made it easier for me to get to know the team, and I feel like I'm pretty outspoken person too, so I try to get to know everybody.
The Michigan game, the Ohio State game last year, you guys were right there. They were great games. Has to be a little bittersweet walking off the field knowing, hey, we can play at this level, but at the same time not getting it done, and now you get another shot this year.
Yes, sir. It's always one of those things where you got to take it with a grain of salt, because we want to beat those teams, but we are showing signs of progress. So moving forward, we want to be able to eliminate some of those plays that decided the game, and we were right there, and we want to end up being on the other side of it. So just going back to the drawing board and fine-tuning some things so that we can win those games when it matters.
You're obviously a guy that wants to carry the load in the fourth quarter and lean on those guys and depend on your big guys up front. That's been one of those places where Maryland has basically been athletically close or as good as some of the best teams in the Big Ten, but it's been more about the play at the line of scrimmage. Do you guys feel as though you're stronger up front than you've been in the past?
Oh yeah, I definitely think we win a lot of the games we do in the trenches. Just being hard-nosed football team that can line up and just say, hey, we're going to dominate you guys, and it starts up front. And the guys up front, they do a really good job opening up holes for me and giving me opportunities to showcase some of my talent. So I definitely have to give a lot of the credit to them. But in the fourth quarter, when the defense is kind of winding down and they're getting a little tired, that's when I got to kick it into another gear so I can put some plays together, start a drive up, or do whatever to help this team win.
There's a lot of talk about other running backs in the league. Braylon Allen gets a lot of talk. Of course, Blake Corum, the Ohio State running backs, Donovan Edwards, other guys. Do you listen to that? Do you take that on and chip on your shoulder at all?
I definitely listen to it when it's not too much. Sometimes during the off season I can have more time to look and see how things go. But I wouldn't say that it makes me any different. I've always had a chip on my shoulder just because of how I was brought up and how I realized that nothing was ever going to be given to me. I had to earn everything. So I could say I use it as motivation just to be just like those other guys, because there's some great household names that you just brought up, and it's more to even out there. So just to be brought up in the conversation with them means a lot. And hopefully I'm out there, and when we play them, I'm able to play similar to how they play and make plays just so I can help my team win just how they want to help their team win, and that'll take care of itself with everything else.
Describe Talia as a leader and as a quarterback.
As a leader, he's such a great leader. This will be my second year full on in the offense with him in the backfield, and he's like my right hand man. He lets me know everything that I need to know, and I play really hard because he plays really hard, and he commands the offense and he commands the team because he's the leader of our team, and he's been around winning cultures, and he knows what it takes to be those winning teams. So we got to take whatever he says seriously because he means the best for our team, and he carries himself like that off the field too.